It's Debatable with Mark Gray here on MLBBro.com.
Welcome to Debatable, a spot that we talk all things Black baseball related. And we're pleased, honored, and privileged to be joined today by Bob Kendrick, the president of the Negro League Baseball Museum, whose rise and appreciation for Black culture, legacy, etc. How has that impacted the remembrance of the Negro League?
Oh, I think it's had a tremendous impact. And I think the work, Mark, that we've been doing over the last 3 decades have also had a tremendous impact. But what you alluded to, particularly as it relates to Black Lives Matter and I think the social conscience that has really kind of awakened in our country after the George Floyd murder, really kind of steered people toward the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. And they were turning to us for thought leadership. And I guess if I was going to take any solace out of that heinous episode that we all witnessed, was the fact that people did look and they recognized that this museum, at its crux, is a social justice museum. It is a civil rights museum. Mark, it's just seen through the lens of baseball, but as I share oftentimes, it is triumph over that adversity. And I think you need to see that side of my journey in this country as well. I don't want the only side that you see of me being the downtrodden aspect of my journey and my quest for equality in this country. My success stories are paramount as well. And the story of the Negro Leagues is one of those great American success stories that a lot of people really did not know.
The 101 initiative, how much momentum do you see it picking up? And then after October 3rd, what happens? Because that's when the initiative ends, but the memories still linger.
Oh, they still linger on. And the initiative is a joint effort, a digital strategy between Major League Baseball's Players Association, and the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. And we collaborating on 101 facts on the history of the Negro Leagues as we kept the celebration going. As you know, last year was the 100th anniversary of the birth of the Negro Leagues, and so many of our plans were derailed by the pandemic. And so we were able to salvage some of it, but the big event kinds of things we just simply were not able to do. And even as we moved into 2021, we've kind of stayed away from doing massive scale events. But we, for the first time, collaborated with Major League Baseball and the Players Association on a joint social media digital strategy in and around this 101 initiative that we actually launched in February of this year. But the beautiful thing about the 101, Mark, is that it will absolutely live on, because the 101 now becomes the umbrella for which all of the Negro League Museum's educational and community outreach programs will operate under. And so even after we move through the calendar year of 101, our programming will always fall under Negro Leagues 101, or as we like to say, an introduction to the Negro Leagues. But this takes on an even different twist because it's for all levels of learners, from elementary, middle, high school, but even the creation of a Negro Leagues 101 college course that we are working on right now.
Now that the Negro National League is recognized as Major League, how do you think that impacts the legacy of the mainstream baseball fan in America?
Well, what it's done, it has certainly piqued the interest of mainstream baseball fans. All the excitement in and around the announcement that Major League Baseball made last December, that it was at long last recognizing the Negro Leagues, Mark, for exactly what we already knew it to be, a major league, and that it would integrate the statistics of the Negro Leagues into the annals of Major League Baseball history. That was a watershed moment for Black baseball in many regards. And so it has absolutely increased greater interest in the subject matter. And I think greater interest in the work that we're doing here in Kansas City at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. And that is exciting.
Bob Kendrick, who is president of the Negro League Baseball Museum. Thank you so much for joining us. That's Debatable for this week, boys and girls. And remember, those of you who leave that weak stuff out over the plate, we gonna take you deep. Deuces.
MLBBro.com, covering black and brown major leaguers.